So how are you feeling? How's the hip feeling right now?
Feel ready to go.
This is just something that sort of, kind of felt a pinch or something with?
Had some pain yesterday. I'm good today.
Myles, I know this matchup we always ask you about Joe, and you hit him more than any other quarterback in your career, I think. Just how fun have those matchups been for you over these last handful of years here?
Well, it's not just Joe. They get the guys that get up front. It's Jamar, it's T, it's Chase. They got a whole bunch of special talents all over their team. So it's just exciting to be able to compete against them, especially twice.
How important is the first one, Myles?
It sets a tone. So you want to set the year off right, and we've got to go out and establish a standard and the direction of the team early.
There's been a lot of conversation about culture change. Bubba mentioned how he feels like the culture is different this year. Do you kind of feel that?
I do. Like guys are, understanding what it really takes and what it really means to be a professional and to go out there, win games, and consistently do it. It's not just an act of talent or practicing well. It's more than that.
Myles,
You talked about accountability and feeling like players are holding each other more accountable now more than ever before. How have you seen the accountability factor between you and your teammates and coaches as you prepare for the season?
I've seen everyone willing to speak up, from the coaches to management. I like how everyone's, no one's afraid to speak. Whether you're the first year or you're in your 12th year, guys are willing to speak up and let someone know when they need to pick it up or they need more.
Myles, Jim Schwartz yesterday he kind of stopped short of saying it, but he almost wanted to say this was the best defensive line he's had since he's been here. What about you? Is this the best group that you've had, do you think, since you've been here?
Got to go put it on film.
Does it have that potential, though, do you think?
I think it has the potential, but at the end of the day, potential is just that until you execute, until you apply it.
Myles, how do you feel, I guess is the way to put it, about the fact that you kind of got the edge rusher market rolling? You were the first one to put the 4 in front of that number, and you set the bar for all the other guys now that have come after you. And I know it wasn't easy what you had to do to get to that point, but do you take some sense of pride, or how do you feel about kind of getting that going and now seeing what's happening?
I share a sense of pride with some of the guys I've been able to talk to. Especially Micah. Him and I had the opportunity to talk through the process, and I'm just happy to see him be somewhere he's happy and go out there and have an opportunity to play meaningful games. He just wants to play at a high level, compete for a Super Bowl and go for the Defensive Player of the Year. So I'm happy to see that for him. He's a hell of a talent.
One of the things that Jim said yesterday was that for this game specifically, we talked about how the interior is going to be really important and the defensive front can really win this game. So what have you seen from your interior guys, just the way that especially Mason has just grown over the course of camp?
I've seen them work their ass off. The Chargers led by Malik and Shelby, really consummate professionals, knowing exactly how to get the most out of the younger guys in the position. They're pulling Aiden and Mason behind them and showing them the way to work and showing them how to run games. And it's been great. There's so many different ways, especially with the different styles and different body types we have, and it's helped make things more efficient.
I know it's not you versus Trey, and I know these first 6 games you guys have so many other good edge rushers that you're going to have to play against, but what do these matchups mean to you, especially knowing Trey led sacks last year, and what's it been like seeing him?
It's not me versus Trey, so I don't think about it like that. I want to be the best player on the field. I plan to lead the league in sacks, and it's not like he's pass blocking against me. I hope he does well. I hope he goes out and does what he's supposed to do, and I hope I do the same.
Myles, going back to Micah, obviously him and the Cowboys weren't able to repair that relationship. Why do you think you were able to repair it with the Browns?
Well, I wasn't sleeping on the training table during games. I mean, I think him and I went two very different ways, and this wasn't a relationship I wanted to ruin. There was always a potential of me being back in the same spot, which I am now. And now I don't think that's what he wanted after discussions with Jerry and some of the other people, especially with without his agent being present. I feel like that seemed like a show of disrespect, the way they were handling the situation. And I think the way ours was handled was a bit more respectful all around.
Myles, obviously this was a big offseason for you. I'm sure it was emotional for you, what you went through. And you have the bar set really high for yourself. Like you said, you want to lead the league in sacks. You've talked about Super Bowl, NFL Defensive Player of the Year. So it all gets going on Sunday. Just how do you feel about going out there and getting this party sort of started?
I look excited to see the young guys go out there and ball. There's a lot of young talent all across the board. Seeing Aiden play offense and defense, seeing Mason, get his first his snaps, and that's what really gets me going. Seeing them, their eyes open to a new chapter in their lives and their careers, and seeing what they can really do, being able to work with them.
Myles, you've had some great matchups with not only the Brad Jr. over the years, but just also they've got a rookie at left guard and kind of some soon-to-be right guard. Just how do you view going up against this one?
I mean, I know they'll have the majority of attention pointed at me, so just trying to plan around that. I know there'll be some chips, some doubles, there'll be some slides, so just trying to get ahead of that. Work through the chip plan and our checks for things like that, and make sure that I can get in positions that I want to on the field to make the plays that we need.
Myles, 2 years ago, that was seems like such a tone-setting performance for this defense against Cincinnati. Is that I mean, did it feel that way for you guys as well? I mean, and how much can a great performance on Sunday sort of set the tone for everything else that kind of follows?
I mean, we're hoping to do something very similar, and keep those guys mostly contained as much as possible, and strike early. Try to put the game away and turn it into a passing game at the end of the game, and let us up front tee off as a four-man front.
Myles,
Two more.
You've always had, it seems, the utmost respect for Joe Burrow. I know you love to sack him. I know you love to take him down. But what do you admire so much about him as a quarterback and just what you've seen of him over these years?
Just very calm, supportive of his teammates. Always see him, running up to them and celebrating their success. A hell of a competitor, but not a big vocal in your face guy. He competes, I would say, the right way, and just have fun doing it. You can see the joy he has in playing the game, but he does it so smooth. He's got his own style when he's out there.
Joe moves pretty well. Can he get away from you if he needs to?
No.
Can anybody?
A couple people have, but not this year.